Hello everybody, how are you doing? So I want to do a video today. I had told you guys on YouTube, got hundreds of people asking questions, which is cool. So I'm pulling out some questions. I want to tell you first, there's a girl on Twitter that follows me, and she wrote me. She always has fun things to say, and we both think the same. And she wrote me about a dream she had. Might have been last night or the night before. She had forgotten to tell me, she said, and she was shocked because the dream was so profound. But she had dreamt that she was walking towards Times Square, and there was hundreds and thousands of people gathered. And she's like, what's going on? And when she's going, moseying through this crowd, it was almost like they were frozen looking up, just frozen. And what she saw was Trump, Melania, Ivanka, and Jared hanging by the neck dead. And it was like, she's like, whoa. I mean, oh. But nobody would, like, everybody was frozen, like they were just frozen. That was the weird part. And then she was hustling out of the crowd because it was creepy and she wanted to get out of there. And she heard somebody say, the 15 and 18, those two numbers, 15 and 18. I just thought it was really a cool dream. Be curious what the 15 and 18 is going to mean. Like it happened on the 15th or the 18th or something. But she heard those two numbers. So I just wanted to tell you guys about that dream because, you know, and I have a lot of friends that write me about their dreams. Like there's a lot of people, and that tells you something. A lot of people. I haven't had anybody say, oh, I had a dream that he won. I haven't had that yet. Could be one of you guys had a dream. Mostly people are having dreams, horrible dreams about Trump. Not only losing, but anyway. So Washington Post has just announced that that Bernie has been informed by the intel over there that he also has been, the Russians have been working on his campaign for him to win. Apparently they worked for him in 2016 too. So, but they are interfering with his campaign for him to win. So that was interesting. You know, because they manipulate the polls and stuff. So I'm curious what that's all about. Now, you know they want him to win because they, honest to God, think if he goes against Trump, he won't win. I don't even know if Trump's going to have to go up to be nominated, but I think Bernie could win. I really do. So this might, you know, it might not be people's first choice, but I'm just going to tell you, could be, I'm almost feeling that sense you could put Donald Duck up there. So I'm not getting that they can do much damage. But Trump really wants Bernie up there with him because he thinks he can beat him because they'll call him a communist, a socialist, and all that good stuff. Thing is, he's messing with the young people, and the young people are coming out in droves, you know. And someone on MSNBC said something interesting. She was in Nevada, and she was talking to somebody that was getting ready. It was a black gentleman getting ready to vote. And she said, do you mind if I ask you who you're going to vote for? And he said, yeah, Bloomberg. And she said, Bloomberg? When did you decide that? Have you known this? And he said, I decided it when I watched the Democratic debate. I was for Biden, but I thought Bloomberg will be able to take care of Trump. So very interesting, I thought, you know. So remember I told you Bloomberg has a chance too. Okay, so anyway, we got stuff to talk about, okay? I want to tell you, well, since we're on the subject, let's look at Putin and his ability to interfere with this election. Okay, so they, honest to God, I got a hit that Trump, honest to God, thinks he's going to win. And that he, honest to God, thinks he's not going to win, you guys. He might be out of there before we even go up in November. I've always seen him being removed. So it could either he loses the election and he refuses to go. If he wins the election, I never saw that. But it's like I think the Senate and the Congress are all going to be Democratic. So hope to God it's a Democrat that wins, because then they can go in there really cleaning out. But I'm only leaving that out if he wins, only because so many people are so frightened of it. I don't want you to be frightened of it, because it doesn't matter. He's going, win or not. I'm telling you. Okay, so, all right. And my friend Sterling, that does those readings, he definitely felt, Marie at the table says April 1st, but he always felt like in March. So he's been saying this for a while. I saw him going, but my time frames, I can't guarantee my time frames, okay? I do see Barr going. Okay, so now let's look at Putin. I have so much to ask you guys. You had a lot of great questions. So I wrote them all out. This video I'll do a certain amount. Next video I'll do another amount. And real quick before I go on, we're almost at March 1st for me to pick my private 30-minute free reading. But would you guys like to see me do a reading? Like I put somebody on speakerphone that gives permission. Would you like to see me do a cold turkey reading with someone? I'll tape it. But would you like that? Like, I'm not going to do live, okay? I just don't like live. But would you like me to read, not every video, but a video where I pick a name and they say, sure, I'll be willing to do it. And then I call them. And then we say, hello. And I try to just do like a free, kind of check them out, see how, you guys can see how I work. Because I actually kind of alter a little bit. It's me, but it's not me. It's kind of weird. So we might try that. I might just pick them out of the basket that I already have, you guys. And then what I would do is call the person and say, do you mind? If they mind, I'll just schedule them for a private reading, private 30-minute. Okay, you guys, let's hit the ground running. Let's talk about Putin. Let's talk about Putin. Guys, help me out. Tell me what I can tell everybody about Putin. I see horses. I think he likes horses. I think I've seen pictures of him. No shirt, riding on a horse. Tell me about Putin, guys, if you can. Okay, I'm going to tell you something else I just got a hit on. It's more than Putin. I'm seeing British intel, Canada, France. I see Germany. I see maybe even Iran. I see energetically people from outside working against Russia or helping to stop this madness. I see private conversations taking place between professionals in the United States. And Bloomberg might even be throwing money towards this just to make sure that Russia, like now that he's heard that they're working for Bernie, he might get in there and say, I'm going to hire some of the top. He's got more money or as much money as Putin. He may throw money out this. So I don't know why I just got that flash. So I was asking about Putin, but they want us to know. It's a female energy. I can feel it really strong. They want us to know they're doing this. It's okay. Like it's secret, like it's behind closed doors, like people are gathering. Remember I told you I saw that table, like an oak table, or it was a big table, and people are sitting around it, and they're people that move and shake this, but not the movers and shakers for Trump. They're the movers and shakers for justice. I just saw Adam Schiff. Which leads me to another question. Somebody wrote me and said, why has she been so quiet lately? I think she's exhausted from all that other stuff, but we'll check her out. But anyway, there is a behind the scenes movement that will it be found out? Yes. Yes, it will be talked about later, but not now. It's something that's going on that they're going to make sure that Trump doesn't get in again. I didn't see John Kelly. There's a lot of stuff. I just saw a tidal wave. I just saw a tidal wave in my head, you guys. Boom, boom, hitting the White House. Boom. It's like Trump's going out with the baby in the bathwater. Whew. So there's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of, because listen, I can't even energetically get in his head without wanting to go puke, because the things he's thinking of, he's all about vengeance. And he thinks, oh yeah, just wait, because he'll throw bar to the wolves. I'm telling you, this guy is tasting it. He wants to get in there and he wants to do something to hurt Democrats. He wants to get rid of Social Security, but it's hurting his people too. He thinks he's hurting Democrats. I mean, Alabama is one of the poorest states. They get more help from the government than any other country. I live in California. A lot of our money goes to them. And, it's just, why would he want to hurt his own people? So, Putin, I remember, don't forget, I told you, I saw Putin running because he knew people were after him. And I'm hearing from inside people, and they're telling me, that it's tough in Russia right now. People are really struggling, and they're a little tired of it. Although they get killed if they stand up and fight about this. So, Putin, he's throwing money at this, but I'm telling you, he's not doing well. He's not doing well. I'm feeling this woman that's leaving his life, or I wonder if she's taken out. I don't know if it's a killing, but no, it's probably more like she's sick. I don't know if he's married or what's going on, or if it's a child, because it has that energy of a child, but there's something to do with someone that might have a struggle, which upsets him more than anything, because apparently he really loves this person. I'm not saying she's going to die. I'm just saying she's got some sort of battle in it, and it upsets him. He wants to do everything he can do. Russia will be our friend. Eventually, Russia's going to be, they're actually going to be okay. I'm telling you. I've told you guys this. Anyway, so the cycle is changing. His fortune is changing as prophesied, okay? And then he's going to have, Mother Russia is upside down. So the money's running out. So I don't know where the heck he's getting money from, but the money's running out. Okay, so just know that, let's just ask. Will Putin be able to get Trump voted in as president of the United States? Will Putin be able to get Trump voted in as president of the United States? Will Putin be able to get Trump voted in as president of the United States? Will Putin be able to get Trump voted in as president of the United States of America? I just saw Justice Roberts too. I don't know what that was about. He just passed through my energy. Right now he thinks he can do it, or he can help, but he doesn't have the money. He can't finagle the money. No. With this tower as the outcome card, I would even venture to say that the tower means maybe he can't even run as president. But either he's not going to win, or he's not going to be able to run. But Putin's not going to be able to help him. It's outside their ability. And money keeps showing. Is it Putin that doesn't have the money, or is it Trump's troubles with money that's going to cause this? So, okay. So now, let's look at Richard Grinnell. He's a temporary DNI that said in some speech a while ago that Trump was our Mussolini. No joke. That's what he said. Apparently, this guy is a terrible guy. That's what I've heard. It's not just that he loves Trump. He's dangerous. So he's in temporary. Is there any damage that he can do? Is there any damage that he can do? Richard. Oh, he loves home. Hell no. Woo! Okay, here's Pelosi. She's not. Now she shows up. He's, no. I'm telling you, with all these heartbreaks cards coming up, we're getting ready to go up into something. There's some sort of battle coming up, you guys. There's something. And I'm telling you, don't worry about this guy. People are all, that's the problem with watching MSNBC and all of them. God love them, but they have to make their money. But you know what, my friends, we need to kind of step away and not get caught up in every single little comment that's made. We keep, you know what it is? I realize this. Like, I used to sleep with MSNBC just so I could wake up, just in case there was some news that Trump walked out, He's gone. Oh my God. I wanted that aha moment, but it's just better to step away. By the way, the stock market went down again today. It's at 28. It's going to keep dropping. And it's not the virus that's causing it. There's more things involved, but I posted it on my Twitter. If you guys go to my Twitter, a very interesting article, because there's a lot of things taking place, like with blue chips and stuff. Things are falling, just like they predicted. It's getting ready to adjust. I'm not seeing like I did before, Armageddon kind of stuff. Okay, so now everybody wants to know Assange. Tell me about Assange. What's going on with Assange? Will that little tidbit of information from the UK help him at all? Will he help bring Trump down? That's what we're more interested in. He's kind of a snake, It's not for me to determine who he is. Energetically, they always hit me every time I do that. Especially when I call Trump a fat something, and they don't be calling names. It's not for us to judge. He amongst you has with no sin threw the first stone. It's not for us to judge, and very hard, because I see people on Twitter every day saying, you know what? I never thought I'd hate as much as I do. Hate Trump. And let me tell you something too, and I've told you this before, and my guys confirmed it. The polls are bull. Remember too that they had Hillary so high and Trump barely there. The polls aren't giving us the real. There's a lot of people that love him, and I don't care what he does. He could turn into a Mussolini, and they would say, "Hail Mussolini." You can't change those poor people's mind. It's going to be up to us, because there's more of us than them, okay? So we need to stand up. Okay, so tell me about Assange. Any kind of... You saw I was throwing him around. Interesting. It's more information coming out, more communication coming out. Does it help? I'd say not that much. I don't feel he feels good either. It's a struggle. He's going to keep throwing stuff out there. He wants Yeah, I don't see the U.S. Well, right now, while Trump's in office, he's not getting any help, okay? Maybe after Trump's out and they need more information, because Trump's coming up on all kinds of charges if he lives long enough to go to court for it. So, yeah. Yes, yes, yes. So, Assange is going to be a little bit disappointed, but I see him throwing more pieces of meat out there. So, but it's not, you know, he's not the one that brings Trump down totally. Okay, so somebody asked, let's look at the coronavirus again. A couple of thousand deaths, I believe. Somebody wrote me and told me they actually have something in Texas they have to trial. Somebody came up with something in Texas. I don't know if that's true, but I know they're coming up with something to help with this virus. They're working very hard on it. Are we having more shutdowns because of this virus? Apparently Iran's going through it too. So the karmic star shows, so this is like miracles, good news, okay? After strife and disappointment, trials. There's still gonna be more deaths, you guys, but it's not Armageddon. Now, you know, the tower didn't show for this. The world doesn't show. It's showing people having to go, you know, isolate themselves. And it shows, you know, they're throwing money at this. They're trying to figure out how. The Knight of Swords is like it's a battle. It's definitely a battle. But they will figure it out. We end up taking, but there will be deaths that take place, but it's not going to be millions. It's not that the ones that died, it's not sad, but I'm just telling you, it feels like they just close it off and then they get this new vaccine and we're done. You know, I just never saw horribleness with it. Besides the ones that died, it's significant, but I'm telling you, this is going to be okay. So now, somebody wrote and asked, is Nikki Haley going to be the new leader of the Republicans? Nikki Haley. She did something that just turned me off about her. She stood up for this president. Tell me about Nikki Haley. Tell me about Nikki Haley. Is she the new? The Republicans are really getting ready to be slammed. You think they were slammed in 2018. It's coming up again. A 42% increase in Kentucky of people wanting to vote. And unfortunately, they're thinking that's because of Mitch McConnell. They're thinking people want to go out against Mitch McConnell. Tell me what I could tell everybody about Nikki Haley. Will she be the new? Nikki. Well, I see people charging up. Yep. The answer is yes. Will she be a new Republican leader? Yes. Her and another woman. It's a struggle, though. Here's people gathering around celebrating. But their messages are not, you know what I'm saying? It's when this next thing happens, when everybody gets hit so hard, I see meekness in the Republicans coming back. And you better tell the truth. And you better be righteous, because they're not going to put up with this, like that crazy lady in our White House telling Trump, I saw the face of God and he sent me back down here. He sent me back down to earth. I thought, yeah, he said, harlot, go back to hell. Oh my God, the things. Oh, and don't pay your mortgage and don't pay your PG&E pill. Send me your money, because God told me so. Could you imagine me on this thing? I would lose all my subscribers. You guys would be saying, girl, you cray. They'd be laughing, actually. You guys would laugh at me. Okay, so Nikki Haley, the answer is yes. She will be eventually one of the new leaders. Now, someone wrote me and said, not since 1939, this particular seat for the Democratic seat in Kansas, there's a woman who left the Republican Party. She's a physician in 2018 because she couldn't stand the smell of Trump. She's running and she's looking fantastic. Her name is Barbara Boiler. Will she win? Republican seat since 1939. Must smell. No, just kidding. Barbara Boiler, are you the one? Are you the one that's going to win that Republican seat? I got to tell you what they say. If they cheat, she won't win. I still feel cheating. Barbara, are you going to win? Yes or no? Barbara, is Barbara going to win? Yes or no? Okay. There's some man that wants to push her out. She's trying. She's got the Knight of Cups as the outcome. And the Karmic Star, yes. And she and the world. So she could make some changes. It feels like there's some sort of battle. I wonder if they even have to challenge it. Or whoever, she wins and they challenge it, trying to put her through hell. But she will do a good job too. So I would have to say yes on Barbara Boiler. Okay? Now, someone asked Omarosa, did she have any more on Trump? Apparently she said she did. We haven't heard from her. I think there's some sort of litigations going on and she has to keep her mouth shut. Because she hasn't even made appearances on any of these shows. Omarosa. You notice how people disappear when they talk about Trump? It's because his vengeance is on them. Omarosa. What does she, or will she come out with what she has of Trump? I bought her book. And say, hey, everybody on Twitter is talking about the two towers. That reminds me, after I'm done here, I'm going to buy it on audio. They said it's hella good. It's about douchebag. Yeah, she's in some sort of litigation. She has to keep her mouth shut. Is she trying to have a baby? She's having to lay low, you guys. She's having to lay low. I see her bringing up more. I see her catching her star again. So she's sort of out of the picture now, but she'll eventually come out. She's not going to jail or anything, but I just see she's laying low. Okay? She does have more stuff, but I don't think, I see Trump going sooner than later, so a lot of this stuff will be old news. Last question. Pelosi, she's been awfully quiet. What's the 411 on Nancy Pelosi? Nancy, what are you doing? What are you up to? She feels tired. She might have got that cold even. Today's John Lewis's birthday, you guys. He was thanking everybody for the well wishes on Twitter. God bless his sweetheart. Pelosi, what's going on with you, darling? Is she an Aries? I think she's an Aries. I know she don't mess. Pelosi, how you doing? How you doing, Pelosi? Pelosi, tell me what's going on. We haven't heard from you. What are you working on? She's having meetings and she's talking to people. I see that. I see them not being as reactive about Trump because there's something under the carpet. There's something in the works. Fortunes are changing, okay? So they're being like magicians. They're planning, they're plotting, they're coming up with new ideas. A couple of women around her. Let's see. Ooh, don't worry, we'll hear from her soon. Hello. All kinds of information coming forward, and it's about Trump. And it's about the ending of Trump. Hello. Hello. Thank you. You never lie. Thank you. Or, it's not them lying. Sometimes I misinterpret or I hear it wrong or something. But they're always so right on. And they've always told me, Linda, it's going to be okay. It's energetically, I had been feeling that mankind hasn't learned its lesson. That's what I was getting. Because even in the 1950s, after we had won World War II, we got all caught up in our egos again. It was all about, men being in power and women and people of different colors being treated. I mean, look at it. It's been, the white man has treated women and people of color pretty bad. Not all of them, but there's a good amount of people. In fact, there's states right now working against women's rights and doesn't want it in the Constitution. They think that shouldn't be. So this energy, what I could feel the other night when they were talking to me, it's a constant motion. We are in constant life motion. And what is happening is so many people, actually, they're quite pleased on the other side because so many people want righteousness. This man has catapulted, how come I can't say it? He's shot us into a new direction. He's made us aware. He's made us conscious. The only other thing is he's made us hate. And remember I told you when the Democrats take over, and it's within us, we need to handle that delicately because we could piss a lot of people off. I mean, the Republicans are going to hate us no matter what, but we have to be we have to treat all man as equal, even our white brethren. And my dad was white. He couldn't help it. But he was the least prejudiced person, even considering my mother. He was not somebody who ever had anything bad to say about anybody. So anyway, you will see a collective consciousness of a new beginning, sort of like we will be empowered and create a nicer place to live. Because every time, World War I, World War II, that fake war that Bush started and all this heartache that we go through and this Republican versus Democrat, why would the earthly beings or the spiritual beings on the other side not allow this? Because they want us to wake up. It's part of the waking up. It's part of the new beginning, okay? Trump, as awful as he is part of something to make us know what is right and what is wrong. And so our collective, instead of just going through same thing, different day, we now are woke. We're now knowing, hey, we could be ruined, we could be like living with a Putin or whatever that guy said, a Mussolini. Those people come through because the collective consciousness are not awake. So now we're awake, and now we will turn this around, and we're going to take care of Mother Earth too, because let me tell you, she ain't putting up with much more. She is not putting up. And there will be some earth changes, and there's going to be devastation, not just to us, to other nations. So, and somebody wrote me from the UK and said my prediction is right. They're suffering Armageddon type weather in certain areas. So we are going to wake up. This too shall pass. Trump is, wasn't just him. It was all those vicious people that just, hate. That's who they are. Common denominator. And he'll sit up there and perform and lie, and they just throw adulation to him. And people adore him like a god. And, I don't believe in God being jealous, but remember in the First Testament or something like that, you shall not adore any other God but me. So he thinks he's God. He thinks he's the master in chief, and he's about ready to be demolished. Isn't that interesting that girls dream of seeing them all hanging? I don't think they'll literally be hung, but they will be ended, and they'll be ended swiftly. Okay, ciao, you guys.